The City of Winter Park, Florida is a leader in environmental sustainability. That's why we are so happy to have the city's sustainability coordinator, Vanessa Balta, as our next speaker. Today we will learn about Winter Park's innovative efforts and discuss ways our own communities can make meaningful environmental changes. Vanessa, thanks for being here.
Thanks, Linda. I'm glad to be here. Hi, everyone. My name is Vanessa Balta. I work with the City of Winter Park, Florida. My master's is in urban and regional planning, which I received from UCF, University of Central Florida. Go Knights. And I have a undergraduate degree in environmental science, which I got from Florida International University in Miami, Florida. And that's originally where I'm from. I serve as the City of Winter Park, Florida's sustainability program manager. I also serve as our affiliate of Keep America Beautiful, Keep Winter Park Beautiful's executive director. So I'm really happy to be here. Thank you for joining us for Think Green, improving your community's environmental efforts. I'm excited to share the different things that we did in our beautiful community and what hopefully give you some ideas too for what you can do in your community. My contact info is there and I'll also share it at the end. If you know anything about sustainability, folks, is that we are open to sharing. So I hope that you reach out and let me know if you have any questions about any of the ideas that I bring up today. There will be a lot, so I hope to hear from you soon. And we do try to also communicate a lot on our website, which is listed there at cityofwinterpark.org/sustainability. So for those of you that are not familiar with the City of Winter Park, we are located just 3 miles north of Orlando in Orange County. We're about 9 square miles and we have about 30,000 residents. Winter Park was founded as a resort community by Northern business magnates in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. It was centered on a train station, and you can actually see that there in the 1884 plan, the concentric circles that come out from this kind of walkable pedestrian scale plan that was made for the city back in the day. And we still try to do that very much so, try to think about walkability in our community. We think about pedestrian scale and also trying to keep this kind of compact downtown. Primarily, our city is low density residential, so think single family homes. And we have lots of mini parks and parks that our Parks and Recreation Department maintain and keep beautiful for our community. Winter Park is known for very elegant homes, very quaint brick streets, an extensive tree canopy that we love and try to protect. As well as first-class shopping and dining experiences in our downtown areas and our commercial districts. And we have world-class museums. And of course, we have Rollins College, which is Florida's oldest private post-secondary institution, which is just steps away from our City Hall where I work and just steps away from our downtown business district. So we have been participating in America in Bloom for several years. It has really provided us an opportunity to have larger discussions with our city management about the different things that we can do to improve our city. So we are an excited participant in America in Bloom whenever we participate, because it's a joint effort between a lot of different departments and community members. We really come together to highlight and also kind of advocate for different things that we think would help improve our city and make it, more beautiful and hit all the different criterias that America in Bloom has. So I just wanted to provide this list of the different things that we've received through the America in Bloom program, with our most recent achievement being the Outstanding Achievement Award for environmental efforts. And I will go into that. So go back a couple slides. So the City of Winter Park has a sustainability action plan, and that has really allowed us to focus in on those environmental efforts. most of the cities in Florida are really trying to have a sustainability action plan that kind of lays out what we're hoping to do in our city in the short term as well as in the long term. For us, our sustainability action plan was written in 2015. That was our original sustainability action plan. And it still remains a roadmap that depicts where the city is today and where honestly we would like it to be in the future in regard to sustainability, right? So that's for us, we talk about environmental sustainability, social sustainability, and economic sustainability. The city itself defined in its sustainability action plan sustainability as responsible and proactive decision making that minimizes negative impact and maintains balance between social, environmental, and economic growth to ensure a desirable planet for all species now and in the future. So it's that kind of long-term thinking about these very large areas of our communities. So our sustainability action plan, similar to many others that exist in other cities and states and counties, have high-level objectives that were conceptually approved by our city commission and our leadership, including city staff. The actions that are listed in the plan are in different categories, which I'll go through in the next slide. And they put forth possible avenues for achievement of our kind of larger goals and objectives. However, they do not represent required or prescriptive measures. The plan is a living document and it's intended to evolve over time as the city experiences both progress and challenges. And we definitely have seen that since we originally wrote our sustainability action plan in 2015. The entire plan, as well as the annual reports that we wrote each year afterward, is available for download at our city website at cityofwinterpark.org/SAP. So please check that out if you're interested to see more on our metrics and how we've been doing. We are actually currently working on an update to our sustainability action plan. It revises our baselines where necessary for more complete and accurate data collection and analysis. There's a lot of changes that have happened and we want to make sure that that's updated in terms of the analysis of how we do our greenhouse gas inventory, for example, and other kind of items related to kind of things that are being done at the global scale. We want to be aligned with that. We're also including now a specific chapter on climate resiliency so that we can better help our city to understand and withstand weather and climate related risks and vulnerabilities. So we're really excited about adding that new chapter. So we are currently in the draft stages of our update. It is being workshopped around to our different advisory boards. We went to them last year when we started talking about this, and now we're going back this year. And you can see here the variety of departments that we're working with hand in hand to create this plan to make sure that it's something that works for our residents. These are all citizen advisory boards, as well as our city staff, because these are all have staff liaisons as well. And we've been getting interest from different departments as well, like our information technology department and other departments who are interested in partnering. So it's a very opportune time to have these conversations. And it is in our 2015 action plan, we had targets for 2020 and 2030. So again, that's also kind of another good reason to be doing this update. But it really does allow us to better understand our community. Through this update process, we have had engagement with our community through resident surveys. We've had over 200 respondents, with most of them being residents. And we've also reached out to our community organizations to get an idea of what they would want to prioritize in terms of sustainability in our city. So we're really looking forward to the update. So our existing sustainability action plan actually has these different categories. And this is kind of what we build a lot of our programs on, built on this. And so it'll be changing a little bit with the update, but generally here you can see that we focus on ideas related to, buildings, energy and water, how we engage our community. We also talk about local food and agriculture and building a sustainable local food system. And we obviously want to also deal with our municipal operations and how we can be greener. So that's included in our sustainability action plan. Of course, mobility and urban form. How are we building our cities? What are we building our cities for? Cars, people, bikes, and natural systems and resources. How are we taking care of our most precious resources that Winter Park is known for, like our trees and our lakes, as well as waste diversion and recycling. So some of those categories essentially helped us kind of form our responses for our American Bloom community profile section. And I'm just going to highlight a few of our programs. And like I mentioned at the beginning, please reach out and let me know if you have any questions about any of these, because I'm just really going to highlight them. But we have a community, a Keep Winter Park Beautiful and Sustainable Citizen Advisory Board. One of our board members, Stephen Patagus, is actually on the In America in Bloom as well. He's one of the judges. And so, we're really excited to share with him all the different things that we're doing. He's actually aware of a lot of those things because he's spearheaded a lot of them. So, but our Citizen Advisory Board is a way to stay connected to our residents and to better understand the needs of our residents. They meet on a monthly basis and often more than that, because we also have work sessions and different things throughout the month and events that they participate in. But our advisory board has been amazing. In this past year, we've passed a single-use product policy for our city facilities that ban plastic straws, plastic stirrers, plastic bags, and styrofoam products at any city facility. And it bans it from vendors as well. So, this is just one example of what a citizen advisory board can help us do with the support of the city commission. We've also passed an electric vehicle readiness ordinance that puts in requirements for readiness for EV charging stations for our commercial developments. And we also recently passed a backyard chicken pilot program ordinance with the help of our city commission as well as our boards. So they're integral to our process. And so I did want to highlight them. And they also work hand in hand with us to kind of achieve the goals that we laid out in our sustainability action plan. The city is trying its best to begin the process of electrifying its fleet. At this time, we have 6 fully electric vehicles. Our building inspectors, their vehicle fleet is completely electric. We primarily have Nissan Leafs, and we were able to purchase those through the EV purchasing collaborative. It's called the Climate Mayors EV Collaborative, and I'm happy to share more information on that. That allowed us to kind of leverage the credit, the federal tax credit that's normally not available to governments because we're essentially a nonprofit. Through a financing mechanism, it allowed us to kind of take a little bit of that money and have a bit of a discount on the cost of the vehicle. So happy to share more info on that. We also have installed in our city 10 electric vehicle charging stations that are available to the public, so to our residents and our visitors, and it's available to them at no charge. They don't have to pay to charge in our city. We also have 3 city-owned EV charging stations, which equal to about 7 ports, and that's for our city fleet to be able to charge. The city actually owns its electric utility, so this is kind of a way of us to incentivize folks to go electric. Obviously, if they charge at home, that benefits us as an electric utility. But when they charge in the public, that hopefully helps them feel comfortable coming to our downtown and visiting us and hopefully coming back. So we see it as an opportunity to have those electric vehicle charging stations, and they're very popular. And another way that we got points on this area here of leadership and policy for the AIB is stormwater management policies that we have in place. We work hand in hand as a sustainability program with several city departments to ensure that sustainability is happening throughout our system. And so stormwater management is under our natural resources and systems section. And there are very many policies and standards that they have in place to allow for proper management of our stormwater, including they have a neat Vector truck and I've seen it in action. It's pretty neat, that regularly sucks out debris from storm drains. And also we have street sweeping that we do. And we also have a lot of watershed cleanups as well. So we're doing our best to try and kind of reduce any kind of debris going into our lakes. And we also have pet waste policies in place that's primarily managed by our Parks and Rec department. They maintain and they supply bags to several of our city and mini parks. The next section I wanted to go over was our plan of action that we have. Of course, I touched on it earlier. We have a sustainability action plan in place, which is currently being updated. We use that kind of as a framework as well for our website in terms of the categories. So you can get more information on that, as well as all of our education for the city that we have on our website. That's listed there. We provide education not only online, through our social and our website, but also we work with our local papers to include advertisements that highlight our most recent initiatives that we really want to get the word out on. Our board has a budget that they set each year, and it normally includes money for advertising, because all the work that we do is not as important if nobody knows about it. So we know it's very important to get the word out. We also work a lot with our communications department to get that message out. And so they'll help us put ads in our utility updates as well as our city e-newsletters. And we also work to be at our community events. Obviously, with the COVID pandemic, that's been tougher, but we do our best to be at the events that are safe and give us an opportunity to talk to our community members. Also, in terms of action, we spearhead the volunteer programs in the city regarding litter cleanups. We work with community organizations to do that as well. And we try to have at least quarterly pickups. This year, because of the pandemic, we pivoted to allowing for individual kits to be picked up from our city lobby. Normally we have quarterly watershed cleanups where we bring 150 to 200 volunteers together on a Saturday morning and clean up lots and lots of pounds of debris from various watersheds that we select that will cover normally a few different lakes in our community. But yeah, we've been really fortunate as a Keep America Beautiful affiliate to really concentrate on that ending litter in our community. The next section I wanted to talk about was the resource conservation. Our sustainability program actually is the coordinator and facilitator for the city's electric utilities conservation program. This energy conservation program provides our residents with free in-home residential energy audits, which actually now include solar feasibility studies. So folks will know what the feasibility of putting solar on their home is. And this is provided to them at no cost to them. It's covered by the electric utility. We also provide them with energy conservation kits that include things like LED bulbs, things to help insulate their homes and weatherproof their windows, as well as we provide rebates if anyone gets any kind of insulation upgrade done or duct repair done. So all that information is available at citywinterpark.org/energy conservation. Kind of gives you the breakdown of all those different programs. And then our Winter Park water utility, they have a conservation program as well. And we help support them, we help promote their program, and they provide rebates for installation of Energy Star high efficiency washing machines and high efficiency toilet upgrades. as well as for purchasing really neat weather-based smart irrigation controllers. So we really try to get the word out on all of these programs to our residents. We're very fortunate that we own our electric utility. It's allowed us to make decisions to help us become more based in renewable energy, as well as to kind of target conservation. So we're really excited to be able to be kind of the promotional arm for our water utility and the facilitator for our electric utility when it comes to water and energy conservation for our residents and our businesses and electric and water utility customers. The next area I wanted to chat about was our trash recycling and reuse management. So, we provide through the city curbside trash, yard waste, and recycling collection. This is available to all of our single family homes and duplexes. We also use on these trash and recycling and yard waste carts, Recycle Across America labels. These are standardized labels that is a movement here in the United States that we're trying to standardize the labels so it's easier for people to understand. The city also has prescription drug drop-offs at the police station, and we have businesses as well like CVS who are partnering to do this kind of pickup or so that folks are putting things in the right place. We hold an annual hazardous waste and electronic waste collection. You can see there in the pictures our most recent household hazardous waste collection event. And you can see me there with the mask because we were still under the pandemic, but we knew that folks had lots of stuff to get out of their house, and they did. It was one of our busiest household hazardous waste collection events. That was actually the 2021, at the end of 2020. And we also promote local grocers, plastic bag and foam container collection programs, just so folks know those items which are contaminants are in our recycling stream do have a home and they do have a place to go. And a fun event that we created here in partnership with our library is the Fix It, Don't Pitch It community repair workshop. You can see there a picture of folks on sewing machines helping people mend their clothes, and we have all sorts of different fixers that come. Some are hobbyists and some are professionals. It's a great event. We haven't been able to hold it for a while now because of the pandemic, but we have all sorts of different information on that, which I'd love to share. But it's a great opportunity to get folks to think about reusing and repairing as well, instead of just throwing it in the trash when something stops working. And then the last one that I wanted to share was our community involvement. And so we do Earth Days on an annual basis. Of course, with the pandemic, we kind of changed it a little. This year, we went completely virtual and have a series of videos that you can find on our Vimeo channel of Winter Park, Florida. And you can check out all the different videos where we talk about, a lot of these topics in depth. And we also provide, in this time of like pivoting to online, we provide virtual class lessons for 5th grade classrooms that are provided by Tinker Educational Programs, and they're related to sustainability education. So they cover information like energy and water conservation and waste management, and they're ready to go lessons. It's a turnkey operation that we have with Tinker Educational Programs. And it's been a great way to get into our public schools, which sometimes can be difficult to connect to. We also hold composting classes and provide a composter giveaway program for our residents. We partner with our extension office to provide those classes. We have a Green School Grant program where we try to motivate our schools that serve our Winter Park residents to create projects that will help support our sustainability action plan. And we're excited to kick that off in the next month or so. And then the last item I wanted to mention was our Winter Park Green Business Recognition Program. So our Winter Park Green Business Recognition Program was created a couple years ago, and we launched it there in 2019, basically for Earth Day 2019. And we're really excited to get this program going. It's a way to recognize our local businesses. We created it using our existing programs. There are a lot of green business programs out there, and a lot of them we found were very kind of difficult and for our small office to be able to handle. So instead of going with something that existed outside of the city, we took a look at our programs and what we have in our existing program and created a recognition program based on that. We have varying levels of designation, like bronze, silver, and gold. You can see a picture of the decals there. And the way that you receive that achievement is based on how many of the goals that you reach, how many of the metrics that you reach. And there's a long list there. And we have it available as an Excel as well as on the website. And you can see we take this opportunity to recognize our businesses either at board meetings, on our website, or through our e-kiosks. We have those very large posters going throughout our city so that they receive the recognition they deserve. Information on all this is available at cityofwinterpark.org/greenbusiness. With that, I just wanted to say thanks again, and thank you. I'm very happy to have been able to share this information, and I look forward to any questions that you have.